and welcome to today's episode of TSARP. I'm your host, Andrew Weir, and today our special guests are Sam and Steven.
Hi.
Hello.
I gotta really
Hooray.
stop introducing you guys as special guests. It's really gotta be, and my co-hosts are, because at this point, you're not guests. Like in the first 10 episodes, we had a different guest every day, or this for the first 15. So it made sense.
Yeah.
But now you're just here every day.
That
Which
is
kind of
correct.
sad. People might get annoyed. Anyway, we're almost at the 100th episode. I meant to look up yesterday what we're at because we're getting really close. Which reminds me, I have to reach back out to some people and figure out if we're doing things or if we're not. But yeah, ever since, so the podcasting software we used, combined, with something else. So now, it's harder to check the episode numbers, which is kind of annoying. So I can do it. It's just going to take a little bit to figure out what episode we're on. But we're getting up there. It's scheduled on my calendar to come out on the 27th. But my numbers could have easily been wrong. So according to my calendar, today is the 90th episode.
Hooray.
And then the 27th will be 100. If this calendar, the 84th was, it for some reason 10 episodes away seems really close, but it's 2 weeks. And that's basically because 94 will be on Friday, because today's 90, tomorrow's 91, tomorrow. So basically what I'm trying to say here is even though it seems like we're really close, we're still 2 weeks away. So get ready. It's gonna be literally, it's gonna come out Monday, and then the hackathon's gonna be Friday. So that's gonna be such a busy week. I've already been thinking about how busy we're gonna be. But yeah, so I guess we'll get on to the main topic of today. Only 2 minutes are in already. So today was the big ASSET conference. If you don't know what ASSET is, it's the Association of Suffolk Supervisors for Educational Technologies. Wow, that's a long acronym. And I got stuck halfway in the middle. But yeah, so it's the Association of Suffolk Supervisors for Educational Technologies. Basically, to sum that up, it's a bunch of teachers and school boards and other companies like Kidoyo that all come together to bring technology into learning for students, specifically for Suffolk County. But it's also a New York thing. But it's Suffolk County. I don't really know. I learned about it recently, and the reason we're talking about it is because our very own teacher, Mr. Ferrara, did, from what we know, a pretty good presentation today, all about Kidoyo hackathons, and that's all we talk about at this point on our podcast, TSARP.
Yeah.
So yeah, from what I know, there was a lot of really cool presentations done, all about technology and how to use that in schools and in teaching. But yeah, so Mr. Ferrara's whole presentation was about engagement with hackathons, motivation, and really the power of a district-wide, a statewide, wide wide hackathon. But a huge hackathon for all different schools to come together, leadership, teamwork. And actually, I think all three of us made an appearance in the presentation. From what I know, he actually recorded little interviews with us, kind of saying what is a hackathon. Mine was interesting. Definitely not my best work. I get nervous in front of a camera, which while we were filming this, he was like, how are you nervous? You film yourself every day, post it online, and who's listening? And I'm like, yeah, I know that teachers of mine listen that aren't even in the coding department. I know people high up in the school listen. But I it's different. I was like, here, I'm the interviewee. There, I'm the interviewer. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun though, filming, and definitely right in my ballpark of questions, but always a little nervous in front of a camera. And it was very hot in that room. I don't know if I think my face was getting red, and yeah, but it was a lot of fun. Definitely happy that he picked us for doing it. And Sam, you also did one, and Stephen, you did one too?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. If Sam looks to the corner of the camera sometimes, that's probably because through the door I was making funny faces. So don't blame that on him. But yeah, so I mean, I saw him working on the presentation, and I know he put a lot of work into it. And there's photos of us from the hackathon in there, and all the awards we've won. And I mean, from what I know, it really speaks the truth on how we all come together, leadership, teamwork, stay motivated, and one thing he really wanted us to talk about, and it's so true, that like especially during like the code clash, we were so focused. And one thing that the hackathon teaches us is like how to stay focused in the moment, how to not get overwhelmed, how to really concentrate our skills, and that all wraps into like engagement and teams working together and leadership. So it all comes full circle. So maybe I haven't seen the full presentation because he was just busy working on it all the time, and I actually walked in and I heard my voice and I was like, oh no, are you working on editing the interview? And yeah, it was funny. But yeah, so maybe tomorrow, he wasn't in school today because, of course he was at the conference. So maybe tomorrow I'll take a look at it, and if I can. But yeah, so really cool to see that.
Yeah.
Also, from what I know, Kidoyo was there. I cannot confirm. I haven't seen anything too specific about that. But they did make a few posts about it, so I'm pretty sure they were there. And yeah, so there's a lot of cool people there, all talking about technology, lots of cool presentations, from all different schools. Not just Top Hog was there. So yeah, really cool to see.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, in other trending news, ChatGPT 4 is coming in now. Maybe that's tomorrow's episode, GPT-4. But yeah, so thank you all for listening. I hope the conference was fun. I can't say, I wasn't there. I'm just commentating on it. But yeah, we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you later.
You like to say hooray. Bye-bye.
Hooray.